In a world of experts and influencers, it's not these guys. They lived it.
They didn't mean to do it.
From Winchester to the outer limits of your memory, they've gone global. It's nostalgia, nonsense, and a side of bacon. Warning, side effects may include yelling at your phone, flashbacks to your best memories, and sudden cravings for bacon. This is Slice of Life with Jay and Rich.
Hey, welcome everyone to the latest edition of Slice of Life. Rich, I think this is, believe it or not, our 15th.
15th episode.
We've made it. This should be a milestone. This should have been a bigger day.
Yeah, it's a shame we're not doing it every week.
I know.
But
and we have a lot of demand for that too.
Yeah, I've had some people that say you should do it every week, and I was like, you fit it in your schedule.
My wife says we should do it every year, once a year.
That's because we are recording normally in your basement, but today...
Yeah, I messed up my family calendar. My daughter's having a bunch of friends over to run around and do who knows what. So we are actually at Casa de Weller. We are in Rich's home studio. And by the way, I've known Rich how many years now? This is the first time I've ever been inside your house, and I had to invite myself over, basically. I still didn't even get the invite.
Yeah, that's because I need you to bring your grill. Because we're going to grill out later.
No, but Rich has a beautiful home. I don't know if I'm going to leave here or not. I may just move in.
And I was like, I'm going to have to talk to Angie about that.
No, you have to talk to Betty about that.
Betty goes, we have a roommate now.
Yeah. Betty will say no. Angie will say keep him. No,
this is actually Betty's home. I'm just allowed to live here.
Paying some rent here for a room.
Right. No, so I appreciate that. So welcome.
Also, thank you. And also, I feel like being thrown off. Usually, I stand during these.
Oh yeah, we're laying down now in the lounge.
No, we're sitting down at Rich's kitchen table. So if I'm off my game, it's because I'm not. If I start feeling off kilter, I'm going to stand up and do the rest of this podcast.
Well, it's true because we normally do the podcast standing up.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that when you stand up, you have a little bit more energy and vibe. But there's so many podcasts out there. People are sitting on lounge chairs, chairs.
Yeah, so these are the pros. We'll just follow their lead.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe this will be our best one yet, and we'll never stand again.
Well, so far it's not.
Plus, I feel like we're so far apart. We're usually right across a bar from each other talking. Now in this big kitchen table, you're like all the way on the other end down there. I feel like I have to shout to you.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like that. You ever seen those movies where you got the table and the really rich people in the castles?
Remember the first Batman with Michael Keaton? Remember that first date they sat way across from each other?
Right,
Vicky Vale?
I just don't have a butler.
Yeah, that's how I can earn my keep here when I move in. I'll be your butler.
I have to walk to get my stuff. I have to get up.
Yeah, it's no fun. So should we? We've talked. We're already off script here. Should we tell people what today's topic is?
100%.
I'm excited about this because something I think most of us can relate to. And if you can't relate to this, I feel sorry for your childhood. These are all of the things that we got away with as kids.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know. I can only imagine you have a long list of things you got away with, and probably just as long as things you got caught doing as well.
I didn't get caught doing a whole lot of stuff because I wasn't a bad kid like some of us we know. But
really, wow.
Of course, I got in
so.
trouble.
When did you break bad? When you got older, like 20s, 30s?
Oh yeah. When I was out of the house, and you've
just been regressing ever since, getting into more trouble as you go.
Right. No, my sister, bless her heart, she was the one. Since she's older than me, she would get in trouble, and I'd go like, "Yeah, don't do that."
You learned from
that's right
what she did. Okay,
she set the bar, and I was always under it.
I get it. Yeah, I was the oldest one, so I was the one getting in trouble. My sister, I think, saw all the trouble I got into and was like, you know what, I'm just going to live a pretty straight arrow life. So she never got in any trouble.
It must be something on this side of the neighborhood because, she only lives like a couple houses away from me.
I know.
Yeah, I never see her outside. Of course, really? I don't go outside much.
We got this nice backyard. I wouldn't go out front either.
No. So, hey, as we do, we usually way off topics and rabbit holes. But, yeah, we'll get into the podcast. But, hey, Jay, you remember I was talking about before we started recording, when I'm using the elliptical, which is rare,
Right.
I listen to 70s music, and because that's when I was in my zone as far as growing up.
Good genre.
And then I heard the song by Chicago, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with Chicago. I didn't know. You think that they were from wherever they say their name is. And they are. They're from Chicago.
They are from Chicago. Okay.
Like Kansas was from Kansas.
I thought you were throwing us a curveball.
I guess
Led
was from Led Zeppelin. I don't know.
Yeah, or Zeppelin. Yep.
Yeah. But Chicago, so I heard their song, Old Days. And I thought, you know what? I have heard this song probably a million times. Sing along with it and stuff, but I really didn't pay much attention to the lyrics until I was really focused on, in my zone. And I thought, this is exactly what we talk about. So the song came out in 1975. And I don't know if anybody remembers the lyrics. The people who remember, it's like, and I was kind of singing it. It was a very bad tune, but it was old days, good times I remember, fun days, filled with simple pleasures. And it just goes on and on. Drive-in movies, comic books, and blue jeans, howdy doody, baseball cards, and birthdays.
Oh, love all of those things.
Yeah, so and their last line there is take me back to a world gone away. Memories seem like yesterday. And I thought, this is our podcast.
How much would it cost for us to have this song to play us in every time?
Well, I don't think we can afford
more than we make.
Yeah, we'd both have to sell our houses for royalties.
We'll just have you sing. That was good enough.
So I just thought this is so cool. So this song, this is 2025, and we're talking about our childhood, which was 70s, 80s, 90s. And I said, how cool is it that these people, this came out in 75. These guys are a lot older than us. I shouldn't say
50 years ago. Right.
That every decade has had their wishes of the old days of going back to when they were kids, because it's for most kids, it's a magical time.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't make you do stuff so much because you were useless.
Yeah, we all love to wax nostalgic. It's just when you were singing that Chicago song, it reminded me of
you call that
my
singing?
I knew the tune. You did a good job. It reminded me of one of my favorite songs, bumping up 10 years to the 80s by Eddie Money. I want to go. Remember, I want to go back.
Yeah.
Also, I want to go back and do it all over, but I can't go back. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nostalgic and a little sad at the same time.
Yeah, it's actually it's like we that's what's important about the memories. Is they shaped us. The things that our memories didn't shape us, but our experiences shaped what we did, and we always like to go back because we're so much freedom.
Yeah,
we have because we didn't listen.
And
your mom say, "Get out and mow the lawn." You're like, "Oh, I forgot."
Yeah, I know that doesn't fly these days. Yeah, but days lasted forever.
Oh,
I mean, it was just now. You look at your calendar and between meetings and appointments and responsibilities, days fly by. And people find the older you get, the faster it feels like days fly by too, and they turn into weeks and months and years. And my gosh, but for our youth, it felt like time stood still.
Right, and it's interesting that you say that because this morning when I was on the elliptical, I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking about following. I can't remember the exact line, but they were following and they were watching trash TV, and then I was like, "Oh, that's a weird way to describe it, right?" But then I got to thinking about it. And
what's trash TV?
I guess it's just filling your time with trash. That's the way I took it.
Okay.
And I kept thinking, so your point is how much do we fill into our lives that is trash?
Yeah.
And we don't take the time to really experience, because we're filling our stuff. You always got to be doing something.
Yeah.
But I know you read.
I do.
You obviously write
I do.
as an author, but you read, so that's not trash time.
Right. No, yeah, that's all quality.
Yeah. So I think how many times people just are zoned out, and sometimes that's important to do because your calendar is full.
Yeah, you need to recharge.
Yeah, recharge. So don't want to put anybody down for watching TV or shows or whatever, but I just thought that was an interesting take that you're filling your time with trash.
You know, Rich, there's barbecue, and then there's Gigs Barbecue.
Oh man, Gigs isn't just food, it's an experience. Slow smoked, tender, and packed with flavor.
Every bite tastes like it's been made just for you. Ribs, pulled pork, brisket, whatever you're craving.
And let's not forget the sauces. Gigs has the whole lineup that'll take your buds on a road trip. Sweet, tangy, spicy, Bella's dry rub.
You'll smell it before you see it. That's Hogzilla, Gigs' legendary smoker, rolling out clouds of flavor.
So do yourself a flavor. Bring your family, friends, or just bring your appetite.
And head to Gigs Barbecue at 855 Bloomery Pike in Augusta, West Virginia.
Yeah, just follow the smoke from Hogzilla.
Gigs Barbecue. Come hungry, leave happy.
Yeah, what we're telling you is you need to listen to more podcasts, like Slice of Life.
Slice of life, baby.
By the way, you've mentioned this elliptical like 3 or 4 times. I don't see any elliptical in this house. Is this a real thing, or are you just telling us that you're working out here?
It's a real thing.
What is this magical elliptical all of a sudden?
I push a button and it rolls about the floor like Batman. No, it's back in one of my spare bedrooms. One is
Again, you can't hide money. One of your spare bedrooms. This place is a mansion, folks.
Right.
My gosh.
We have the spare bedroom that I sleep in. I'm just
yeah, the only thing you are missing is a butler in this place.
Right. Betty would probably say she's not the maid. But she does keep a nice, clean house.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're probably like 30 minutes into a podcast.
Yeah, we have like 10 minutes left to talk about our things. So what's one thing you're proud that you got away with back in the day?
I wouldn't say I was proud of it, but it was things that we did. I talk a lot. I don't talk a lot. I do, but I don't say much. Riding bikes. That was the thing when I was growing up, was riding bikes, of course, playing, pick up baseball or whatever, football with your friends. But riding bikes.
But you had to get to the field somehow. So the bike was your.
Yeah, fortunately, when I was growing up, I actually lived across the street from the field.
Oh, you're spoiled.
Yeah, so I had to ride my bike over. Yeah. It was literally, took me longer to get on my bike.
Yeah, you just coast across the street. You don't have to pedal.
But I had a 10-speed. That was the coolest bike. I mean, I had a Stingray. I had the Schwinn. Those were cool bikes. With the
Did you have the Mongoose?
I don't remember what it was called.
Okay, maybe that came out in the 80s.
I think it was called that was the wasn't that the BMX bike?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't have a BMX bike. I'd have killed myself.
Yeah, 10-speed was your
10-speed with the curled handlebars. Remember how cool they were? So I had
bend
one.
out lower like you were the Tour de Force or Tour de France.
Yeah. Yeah, Tour de Force too.
You were a Tour de Force.
Little seat that wedged you.
Yes, not the
but
most
anyway,
comfortable.
my friend and I, we would ride around all over the place. We were supposed to stay within a couple blocks of home, and we would end up riding 4, 5, 6 miles. And I had a speedometer I had put on it. Remember the speedometers you could mount on your bike?
Yeah.
And so we would go down riding some of these country roads outside of the suburb that we already lived in, Martinsburg. And we'd go down these major roads, but they were back roads. And you'd go down the hill and you'd see how fast you could go. And I remember riding that thing at 60 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
Because it would peg out at 60. And I'm going down and the handlebars are shaking.
So you're probably going 70. It just pegged out.
But it's so funny is because our podcast, we talk about no helmets.
Yeah.
No seat belts.
Yep.
No GPS. And somehow we always manage to survive, you know. But so imagine doing that. And I'm sure I see people riding their bikes all the time. Most of them are my age, and they have their helmets on.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see anybody with elbow pads and knee pads.
Do I remember those? I remember we used to make fun. We had a friend show up one time with elbow pads.
Yeah.
We made so much fun of this dude. He never wore them again. I don't know what. I mean, but that's the only people that should be wearing elbow pads are pro wrestlers, right? That's the only ones who can get away with it.
Or
or roller derby.
Roller derby,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, both of those.
And they both wear.
acceptable.
Of course, the roller derby guys wear those little helmets. They wear the helmets.
Yeah,
But right, that would be kind of weird if wrestlers were wearing helmets.
that would defeat the whole
Ric
purpose.
Flair.
Yeah.
Woo! Look
Yeah.
at my helmet.
But yeah, the punch to the face wouldn't just do anything anymore.
Hurt your
Headbutts
hand.
wouldn't work.
A chair to the head.
Yeah, that's no thanks.
So you'd be riding, like I say, you'd be riding this bike, and naturally, I wore a watch, but you'd be like, your mom said you got to be home by a certain time, so you'd make sure you were. But she never knew. She never knew we were like
No.
halfway to Hagerstown.
It's not like now we have on our phones, you can track where your kids
Oh, yeah,
are at any given time, and
Yeah,
nothing like that.
You can't trust your children.
Yeah. But yeah, when we went out, we were basically off the grid.
Right.
For all intents and purposes.
That's right. What was the thing I was reading earlier? I said being totally unreachable. You know, no phones, no text. We got the apps now. When we were gone, but somehow everybody managed to be fine.
Yeah, I know. I miss those days.
Yeah.
How nice would it be to be off the grid now?
There are days where I go off the grid.
Do you really?
Yeah, just go off the deep end.
I thought you were just ignoring my calls.
No, Betty says I'm plugged in way too much.
Yeah, I think we all are to some degree.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you need to have those unplugged days and just back to doing whatever relaxes you, away from people.
Yeah. So what was something that you had done? Or you probably still do it.
Yeah, I get away with less and less now, I feel like. I think I'm just lazier now before you put the work into it. I remember in high school one time, this is in the 80s, I was really trying to get a date with Angie. I was I know this isn't the word.
What was she thinking?
How do I get away? How do I get away? How do I get a restraining order on this creeper? But I was after school and there was a bunch of buses there, and a bunch of my friends were getting on them. There were a couple of buses that were going off on a field trip. After school one day, they were going to Bridgewater College to watch a play and come back. So Angie got on the bus with some friends. So I climbed on the bus too, and I'm like, "Hey," I said, "Are you? What's?" I didn't know what they were on the bus for. I said, "Hey, what is? Are you going to this field trip too?" And she's like, "Yeah." "Are you in this?" I said, "Yeah." "Can I sit with you?" She goes, "Sure." So I sat down, and again, this is my parents waiting for me to come home for dinner. Again, no phones at that point. So they say, "Okay, everybody on the bus that needs to be here. We're taking off," and the doors shut.
Yeah.
And we roll off to Bridgewater, impromptu. So, but halfway through, about half an hour down the road, the chaperone's walking through and checking everybody off, and he looks at me and he was like, "Foreman, did you sign up for this trip?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Then why are you here?" I said, "I just got on the bus." So then, looking back, it's one of those things where I think I should have gotten in trouble, but I think he would have gotten in even more trouble being the chaperone and having an unchecked person on this bus. So he was like, "Look, you just keep your mouth shut. You sit and watch the play and come home, and we'll just pretend this never happened." So I got away with that there, but that was cool. And then it got me a little bit. I don't know if it helped or hurt my chances of getting a date with Angie. I don't know if it set me back some because she saw me getting in trouble with teachers, or that I went that extra mile to try to sit with her on a.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, crazy in love.
He's
right?
like,
what's that Judd song? "Mama, he's crazy."
Right. Did you ever stand outside of her window playing your boom box?
No, never. I wanted to say anything. Now I wanted to try to be more original than that. These days I just hold your little phone over top of your head.
Yeah. You had a little transistor radio. From the 70s.
You talk about these weird idiosyncrasies. I always was nervous because remember, you see all that movie and all the other TV shows, people would throw pebbles at the girl's window. I was always scared. I never did this to anybody, but I was scared if I ever did it, I'd break the window. It's the weirdest thing to...
Well, I never threw anything at a window because the same thing, I'd probably break it.
Okay, so it's not just me then. Okay, because you have to have, it has to be the smallest pebble. You have to throw it very light. I don't know. I know I'm way overthinking this type of thing.
And you think about the days when those windows, those were little, that was thin glass. So you could break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in all of the TVs and movies, they pull the window up and there's no screen or anything. It's just straight
bugs.
Air. Yeah. It's not real life.
Yeah.
So
well, I guess I don't remember having screens in our farmhouse, but we didn't have the windows up a lot unless there was a fan in it.
Yeah, I know.
But no. So I think that'd be. I don't think I'd want to bust a window.
No. But you made me think of something else. Just because it was, what's today, the 12th, 13th? It was we just missed 7-Eleven.
Right.
Yesterday was Slurpee Day, right?
Yeah.
So it made one of the things we used to do. I got away with when I was younger. Remember, you'd have friends over to spend the night sometimes.
Yeah.
You throw your sleeping bags out the family. You stay up as late as you can. Watch movies,
creature feature,
all that kind of stuff. Benny Hill would come on late at night. You hang out and all this stuff. And you get a pizza.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what we used to do, I have a group of friends would come over, and maybe, I don't know, every couple of weeks we'd rotate. All lived in the neighborhood here in Lakeside. And what we would do about when whoever's house we were out and their parents would go to sleep, about 1, 2 a.m., we would sneak out and walk to 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah.
So 7-Eleven is what from here, like, a mile?
Well, from my house, it's probably about a mile.
Yeah. So it's about
from
a mile
your house,
and a
it's
half
like
from
10.
mine.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So we would get out, and that was it. We would just get out, walk. I mean, pitch dark. Back then, not a lot of traffic. So we'd maybe pass, at 2 a.m., maybe 2 or 3 cars total. And we just dive into the ditch and lay down when the cars drove by. And it was just the most exciting thing in the world to be out 2, 3 in the morning, right? And you're not supposed to be doing it.
Going past your elementary school.
Going past Bass Hoover, past Ayler. So it was Ayler at the time.
Yeah.
To go to 7-Eleven and just to get a Slurpee. And then we sit there on the curb out where it's lit up on the sidewalks 24/7, drink our Slurpee, toss in the trash, and walk home. And it was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, you're right. Because to your memory, as I remember, I don't know if we talked about this on a past podcast. I know we had the conversation before, but remember sitting around and peeling the labels off of the Pepsis or the Cokes that had that foam.
Yeah.
And it was a challenge.
Like the
for
stubby
your friend.
glass bottles.
Yeah. So it was kind of a cool thing. And you remember that? But hey, the question for you though is, this is more conversational than painting a picture for anything. But was there as much woods going through there as there is? I mean, there's a patch of woods across from where you're talking about walking, which is probably maybe a quarter mile. Was there more woods, or was it the houses already there?
Those were, I want to say it was like open fields at that point.
Probably was, because
all the woods was coming from my house. All the woods were on the right hand side there.
Yes, and which they still are, but I think there's less of them now because they built houses. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Or it could have been a field because there's
wasn't
81.
As built up. Wasn't as
was
built
81
up.
there when you were a kid?
Yeah, 81's always been here. Yeah, of course. No, I got excited when you told me this was the topic, or you pitched this topic, because you also brought up the person who probably busted me for more things than even my own dad.
Yes.
Our good friend Don Shirley.
Don Shirley. Saw him yesterday, or the day before yesterday.
That's right. You sent me a picture of him.
Right.
I said one of my best friends and my arch nemesis right here. So for those of you who don't know, Don Shirley was my high school principal.
Yes.
And he was the if you watch Saved by the Bell, he was the Mr. Belding to my Zach Morris, right? I got in more trouble with this guy, and sometimes I would get in trouble for things I didn't even do because I got the reputation. I remember one time as seniors, we got to go sit out. If you were a senior at lunchtime, you got to sit outside in the patio area of the cafeteria. If you were juniors, anybody lower than senior, you weren't allowed to go out there. That was only for seniors. So senior year was we were out there with a couple of our friends, maybe like 10, 15 of us at lunchtime. And you always had to go bring your own lunch or go through the lunch line to get cafeteria food. Well, we had a girl that sat out there with Misty Higgins, I still remember her name, ordered Fox's Pizza. Oh. And they delivered to the school. So that was not allowed, apparently. Got a pizza delivered. Having that, all of a sudden, here comes Don Shirley walking outside. He goes, "Whose pizza is this?"
It sounds to me like the Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, that's Spicoli claimed that one. It was So he said,
Mr. Hand.
Yeah. Mr. Shirley's our Mr. Hand, right? So he said, "Whose pizza is this?" And everybody, it's like your prison rules. Nobody's going to snitch. It's like, nobody says a word. He goes, "Well, I know somebody ordered this pizza. Who is it?" And nobody said a word. He's like, "Okay." He goes, "Foreman, I know it was you. So come on." He goes, "Go ahead and admit it now, or come. You're going to have lunch in my office for the next week." I was like, "Hey, I can truly tell you this is not mine." He's like, "It was not yours, and whose is it?" I said, "I don't know."
Right.
He like, "You don't know," and he knew that it was the
You're
prison rules thing.
Right.
No one's going to snitch. He goes, "No one's going to claim this." And I remember looking over at Mitch. I just gave the quick, nod. Don't say anything. He goes, "Okay, come with me." So I had to go have lunch with him for a week, kind of like a pseudo detention,
right,
for something I never even did. So surely he was busting me for things I didn't even do. Most of it, he was well within his rights. But yes, I say that now. I see him now, and he's good friends with the guy. I love the guy to death.
He's and he's so mild mannered too.
I didn't see. I saw a different side back in the end. But now that I got to know him as a friend, Love the guy to death. Well, I was emceeing something for James Wood. James Wood's Got Talent a couple months ago.
Okay.
So I ran into Don Shirley. He was in the crowd. After the first intermission, he was like, he goes, you need to reel in the jokes a little bit. You need to make sure this is. And I was like, wait, just because we're back in the halls of James Wood, why do you think you can still tell me what to do here? And we were laughing about that. But yeah, love Don Shirley.
Yeah, he's a good guy with good heart.
Yep.
And while you were telling that story, though, it reminded me of a quote, which I always blow to quotes. It's about attention. Mm-hmm. Attention can change your life, but in school, the wrong kind can change your after-school plans because it's called detention.
Detention versus attention.
Yeah, because you got the wrong kind of attention.
Oh, the wrong kind of attention leads to detention.
Yeah.
I got
in
you.
School.
I like that.
Yeah, so that was yours.
That was my. Yeah, he was. I'll share one last one when we'll move on here.
Yeah.
But speaking of Don Shirley, he also suspended me one time for 2 days. We won't get into what that was all about. But that's I think
I remember what. that was about.
Most people know that. So I got busted. I got 2 days suspension. And back then it was not like the kids have it easy today. If you get suspended, you get to make up all your work. Back then it's zeros,
right?
On anything.
Yeah,
and this was senior year. I got suspended, so I'm actually applying to colleges, and
Right.
I need some okay grades to get in.
It took 8 years.
It took me 8 years once I got to. But at first, I just needed to get in, right? So I had a big English exam. It was going to count for it was something like half of our grade or something crazy like that on one of the days that I was suspended. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And I know our English teacher was out on maternity leave. Right?
Okay.
She had just had a baby. So I'm like, let me think this through. I think there's a way I can do this. So I actually drove back to the school, there were no phones. I forget how I probably talked to him that night and had him planned it ahead of time.
Maintenance guy.
And I paid off the maintenance, paid off the janitor. No, I had a friend meet me at a back door, open a back door. I timed it. I came into school just for that one class, like fourth period English. Slid in there. She didn't know this. Sub didn't know I was suspended. Came in there, took my exam, gave it to her. Got out when the bell rang again, went out the back way, got out to my car and drove off again. No one ever knew I was in the school. It was like some real James Bond stuff. I was in very stealth mode, getting in and out. But
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, so instead of getting a 0 on the quiz, I got a low D. So it all worked out.
Somehow I envisioned the fuse being lit while you were telling that story. Like Mission Impossible.
I was dropping in like Tom Cruise with a cable.
From the top of the ceiling. The sub teacher never saw you.
In my mind, that's how it went down.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Good
times.
Well, good for you for wanting to do your schoolwork.
Yeah. I couldn't afford a 0. The grades were bad. 0 would have tanked me.
You'd have done 10 years in college.
Yeah. Never even gotten in.
Oh, there's colleges out there would have taken you.
I don't know.
Back then, it was pretty stringent.
It was. It was. So.
But now you're teaching it. Or I don't. You're not teaching. Well, you do teach.
Sometimes, yeah. Now I'm at Laurel Ridge.
Yeah.
So once they hear this, they'll be like, I'm still in my 90-day probation period. By the way, I may not be there this fall.
Your students are like, we're supposed to be following this guy's lead. That's the old leadership by do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can learn from my mistakes. That's what I always tell people because I just tell stories when I do stuff. I'm like, by the way, remember these are cautionary tales. Don't mimic these. I'm telling these for a reason. Here's what not to do.
That's your next book.
Cautionary Tales?
Yeah,
I like
by
that.
Jay Foreman.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Cautionary
write this down. Yeah. So what's some other stuff that that you
mine
got
was
away
always
with?
I have this is something that I didn't get away. I'll tell the story later, but I actually wanted riding bikes.
Yep.
We talk about no helmets and stuff. Remember jumping ramps?
Oh yeah.
You build ramps and jump them. I see a lot of people putting that out on social media. And Evel Knievel, I think, was the one who kind of propelled all the kids for wanting to jump, on their bike and stuff like that. No helmets, whatever. And my friends, we used to do it. We'd find construction work, where people had piled up the stones.
Yep.
And then we'd run up the stones and jump. And it seemed like you were going like 50 feet in the air, but you were probably going like 6. And then we realized obviously you don't go as high as you think you're going, but then we started marking stuff off to see how far you could go.
Okay.
So you take a stone and strike it off, and then the next guy would go and then try to beat, the other person's. And then we found a pit and I don't know, this pit was over by our ball field, and I don't know where this pit came from or what was there, but it was just one of those things in the landscape. And it was probably 10 feet around, and there was a bench down in it, like, because this was a ball field area. So I guess some kids older than us or whatever carried this bench down in there, or, you know, it might have been a makeout point. I don't know. But my friend says, you know, my friends, there's like 3 or 4 of us over there. It's like, because I could always jump the furthest.
Okay.
And I'm like, I bet you can't jump that hole. Oh, I can jump that hole. You know, I can jump that hole. So, you know, I do like Evel Knievel. So, and we didn't set up a ramp. So I don't know how I thought I was going to get across this hole.
Oh, you just thought you were going to keep going fast and fly over it? Oh, gee.
No air. So, you know, I get pedaling as fast as you can, and I'd slam on the brakes. You know, these are the days when you didn't have handbrakes. You just
you reverse pedaled, right?
Yeah, you reverse pedaled. You're sliding. And I did a couple runs like that, and I go, I think I got this. So then, you know, you get going. And I still remember this to today. I remember, and I, you know, went over the hole, which went like 3 feet into this 10-foot round pit, and went down into the bottom of it. No time to stop, whatever, and I ran right into that bench.
Oh, the makeout bench.
Yes, it was sitting in a position that it didn't move.
Oh, man.
And then I just remember going over the handlebars, hitting my ribs into the handlebars, and my friends are laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm rolling around the floor, you know, on the ground. You know, no breath.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to die.
That's how you know they're good friends when they're laughing at you during all this.
None of them asking, are you okay? Whatever.
No.
They didn't even pick them up. My handlebars were twisted.
Yeah. We can bend that back into place.
So, you know, we're doing, and I get up and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm okay. And I think I limp today now.
Yeah. Well, do you remember when we were probably a little bit younger than that? Do you remember when you're doing something you shouldn't have been doing when all your friends, somebody gets
like
hurt?
That?
Yeah, like somebody gets hurt and everybody else is worried that they're going to go home and hurt.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're okay, walk it off. Yeah. It's always, when we leave here, everybody is 100% healthy again,
right.
Even if you're not.
Right.
We're all in agreement, though, so we don't get busted for anything.
Yeah, I shared a meme. I don't know if you ever saw this meme, but it was from medieval days. Mm-hmm. And it was 2 guys, and I have to paint this picture. There's 2 guys, and one had an arrow in his eye. They were kind of knights, but they didn't have all their knight gears on. The knight, whatever it's called.
The armor?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Night gear.
That's what you
sounds like a cool shoe.
Now I'm laughing. So, the one's got it in his eye. Okay. And there's a little blood thing. So it's graphic, but not awful.
Okay.
And the other guy's kind of got his hands on him from the other side, holding him up. And I put a topic on the top of it. It says, don't tell Mom, she won't notice.
Yes. Yep.
You know.
I can relate. We can all relate.
So he had the arrow in his eye, his brother. And I'm sure it was his older brother that was saying, oh, don't tell Mom.
Yeah.
She'll never notice with his arrow sticking out your eye.
That's right. We can't afford to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah. The things you did, because you thought you'd get in trouble, and you probably would, but it's kind of like that movie Christmas Story, you know, with Ralphie.
Right.
Where the brother was always afraid that Randy thought that Ralphie was going to get killed.
Shoot his eye out.
Yeah, shoot his eye out.
It's funny. We talk about all the things that we got away with, too, but I don't know if it's the same with you. Once I got older, you know, sitting around, you know, once your dad becomes less of your dad and more of a peer.
Yeah.
These days, it started telling me all the things that
they did.
I thought I had gotten.
Oh.
No. Well, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But all the things that I had thought I had gotten away with, but he knew about and just let go for whatever reason. So I'm like, oh, I did this. He goes, oh, I know. He goes, when you also went here, he knew all this stuff. When I was like, it's kind of cool, and then kind of like, how did I slip up so bad? Also. Right. So,
I have a story. It's a story because I was there, but it wasn't something that I had done. But so I had to be. I was probably 14, 13 or something. Well, my sister was a year and a half older, and but she wasn't driving yet. And sometime during the middle of the night, she gets up and leaves, right? And she took the family car.
Oh
So she had to be at least 15.
No license?
No license.
Okay.
She hadn't started driving yet or even getting a permit. And she took the family car. Now, this is the precept to the whole story. So then she comes back, parks the car, and we're going out the house. And I don't remember where we're going. Probably going to Kmart or someplace. And the fender and the headlight, it's all busted up. She wrecked it.
Oh.
And my dad's looking and he says, how did the car get wrecked? And we're all standing there, and she says, oh, I don't know. Somebody must have stole it.
Smart.
Right? And my dad, he was pretty smart. Well, my dad goes, now who would steal the car, wreck it, and then bring it back?
Oh, she didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah. So immediately when she responded, he knew that she had taken it, and it ruled me out.
Oh man!
Because I wasn't going to take the car anyway, because I don't think I could reach the pedals at that point.
You're lucky she didn't pin it on you. Oh. I saw Rich drive off and couldn't even reach the brakes. That's why he wrecked.
No. So anyway, I just thought that was hilarious, and so her and her friends would. That's probably the worst thing that I recall her doing.
How much trouble did she get in? Do you remember what her punishment was?
I don't. I remember she got grounded and she wasn't allowed. And of course, she was a prominent kid in Martinsburg High School, and so she didn't get to go to the football games or whatever it was. And I think she wasn't a cheerleader, pom pom girl. What they had, so she couldn't go to that.
Okay.
So it was more demoralizing.
Gotcha.
Than anything else.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't remember my dad spanking her, and that wouldn't have happened back then at that age.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like, never steal the car, and if you wreck it, just leave it where it is.
Yeah, that was your takeaway.
Walk home. It doesn't matter. And I think she actually, because we lived, like, say, in Martinsburg, I think she wrecked it. She went down to Shepherdstown, West Virginia.
Oh, wow.
So, which is probably 15 miles from there.
Yeah.
So I guess she didn't want to walk. By the time she'd had to walk back,
oh my gosh,
it'd have been morning.
That's rough.
Yeah. So that's just some of the things that I'm sure there's children out there and kids that have done a lot worse.
Oh yeah. We're not
we're
condoning bad
it.
stuff. We're just these are some of the little things. Like I remember talking about cars. I remember one time you talking about what a small world it is. I decided to skip school with two of my buddies. Who were Chris Fletcher and Mark Sasser.
Mark Sasser.
Mark got those illustrations from my books. So we decided to skip school one day, and for whatever reason, we thought it'd be fun to go to Fair Oaks Mall.
Oh,
don't ask me
wow.
why. It's about an hour away from here. Northern Virginia. So I'm driving. I have my '69 Mustang then.
Yeah,
so we get
you
in the Mustang. Still have it. So we drive off to Fair Oaks, have a great time. Get home that night, and I'm in trouble. Somebody my dad knows was in Northern Virginia and saw the Mustang and narked me out.
There you go.
I mean, what a small world.
That kind of happened to me. A friend of mine, I don't know. We're friends on Facebook, and I don't communicate a lot with him, but we used to hang out a lot in school with Tim Wallace.
Okay.
And we actually would skip school when we skipped. I don't know how many times we skipped school. But we go to Hagerstown Mall, the Hagerstown Mall.
Okay.
And because we go, nope, we don't know anybody over there, right? So we skip school. Actually, the funny thing about it was I drove to the school, went around to the back of the parking lot. Tim comes out, gets in the car, and then we leave. So that's pretty cool, right?
It's pretty bold.
No, yeah. So we go to, we're going to Hagerstown. So we get to Hagerstown, we're running around the mall, going in all the stores, just hanging out. Eating at Arthur Treacher's fish and chips.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
Did you get an Orange Julius to wash it down?
No.
Okay.
I usually just stuck with Coke or whatever it was that they offered.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so we're walking through, and this is pretty cool. Well, we got to head back, right? So here comes a teacher that is off that day and sees us in the mall.
Oh.
And we're like ducking into stores, like maybe they didn't see us. But they didn't. The coolest thing about it was they never ratted us out.
They were probably
they did
skipping school
see
too.
us.
They were probably skipping school too.
They're probably, I told them I was sick.
Yeah, this never happened.
Yeah, because they waved. We saw them wave at us, and I was like, I don't remember the teacher, but they knew who we were, and we knew them,
and they let it go.
And of course, I don't know. Maybe Tim got in trouble. I never did.
Is that even still a thing today, dude? Is skipping school still a thing?
All the time.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I hear. I don't think so much like it is because that it was when we grew up.
Okay.
But I know kids skip school, but I think they're doing different stuff. They're not just hanging out with their friends. Just my assumption.
Okay, but
they're doing stuff with their family.
But do you still,
because it's a family approved?
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I don't even know how it works these days.
Oh, you mean just like we did? Yeah.
We used to forge notes saying, "Hey, Rich was sick yesterday."
Oh,
that kind of. I don't know what they do today.
I don't know. But that actually brings me to another story.
Okay.
So when I would get sick, my mom would have me write my own notes. Right.
Okay.
So I said, "Please excuse Rich from school to whatever day it was because he wasn't feeling well." Blah 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 blah. And then I'd write my mom's name. I wrote the whole note. This for years. Like
your mom knew that your mom had you do
yeah,
this. Okay.
she had me do this. This was legit.
Okay.
Right. So, I don't remember what the situation was, but anyway, she gives me a note, and I wasn't in school. Right. So I go in, I give it to my homeroom teacher, and then I get a call up to the main office about an hour or so later, and Rich Weller, please come to the office. And I go, okay. So I walk up, and I'm in trouble for forging a note that it was my mom wrote.
Wow.
And they called. They actually, I was like, no, my mom wrote that. And then, so they call my mom on the phone, and the conversation is right there. And I'm just standing back there, listening to their conversation. She says, no, I wrote that note. And she says, well, who wrote all these other notes? And she said, he did. She said, I authorized him. She said, I know that he wrote those notes.
Wow.
So
and they dropped all charges basically.
Yeah,
at that
they
point.
dropped it. But I thought I got in trouble for the one note.
Yeah, for doing the right thing.
That was she legitimately wrote and everything. So it was kind of funny. So I guess that might have been a bad slap to my mom. Go like, oh, how do we know these other notes are legitimate?
Yeah,
you just covering for your son.
Yeah, but did the thought ever cross your mind that now I have carte blanche? I can just write a note whenever I want. No one's going to question anything.
No, actually, I felt bad for my mom for that. I do have some empathy.
Yeah, well, good. Well, I remember you talking about the front office at school. I can't remember her name now. The lady that sat there when you came in. If you were late coming to school, you had to go through her, and it was kind of like the 3 strikes you're out.
Right.
A couple of them, it's okay. There was traffic on 37, whatever it was. But really, you're going to McDonald's getting breakfast or something, skipping first period. But I remember the third time would be a detention. But I remember bringing her an Egg McMuffin and a coffee.
Oh, look at you!
Go. So now every time, so I already had 2. So every time was going to be my third strike. Every time I was late, I would swing by McDonald's, bring her a coffee and Egg McMuffin, and the slate was wiped clean every time. It was great. I loved it. And you felt like big time back then too, almost like mafia style. Here's your little kickback here. You're going to look the other way, and you feel good about it.
Teacher's favorite.
Not teacher's favorite. I was just, she liked the McDonald's breakfast.
You were the detention, what do you call it? The
king?
King. So are there any others? Is there other story you could actually?
We could go on to your 11-hour battery dies on this. It's, yeah. But like I said, I think probably 60-40, 70-30 ratios. I got caught more than I got away with stuff. So I don't know if that's normal or not. But
well, here's this is a story that I share, and I used to, my grandfather, which I don't talk about a lot on the podcast, but on social media I share stuff because he was my big mentor.
Right.
Always watching out for me. He was super. Always showed up, But he had the farm. We'd go up on the farm, and I remember helping him do something at the barn one day, and I'm pretty sure we were on the roof for some reason. Now imagine this. Now I'm actually have a fear of heights. I get vertigo when I get up too high.
Oh wow!
Yeah, back then though wasn't a thing. So I think I'm probably like 15, 16 years old, and I don't remember what we were doing on the roof, but I remember how the barns, what are they? Probably 35, 40 feet high,
Yeah.
And it's a metal roof.
Yep.
And we had the hoist and buckle system that shot out the hayloft side with the big barn doors on the top.
Okay.
And so I'm on the roof, and it's down, probably 6 feet below the top of the barn. And I jumped off of the top of the barn and onto that beam that holds that. And it was kind of like a movie scene, right?
Oh.
I don't remember what we were doing or what we were talking about, but he's laughing because I could have probably died. But I jumped down on the beam, and then I hand over hand to the end where the rope and the turnbuckle is.
Right.
Because we used to use that to hoist stuff up to the top of the barn. And I grab the rope. I jump off and I grab the rope. Nothing on the other end.
So this is like the Mission Impossible stuff we were talking about earlier, but real.
And it just goes, I go, oop, knock my mic out. Anyway, down to the ground. Landed super hard. I don't think I hurt myself or anything like that. But it's stuff like that you would do.
Yeah.
I looked at, if I did that now, first of all, I'd never be up there. Right. But I looked at it and was like, what?
Yeah. Back then, it was anything went. You just did stuff for no reason.
Yeah. I wasn't worried about, like, if my leg was going to shoot up through my shoulder.
Right. I know.
Now I do, like, no.
I know.
No, I don't want to be that video that's out viral.
You're right.
On the internet.
The bone sticking through your skin. Yeah. I look back now and I'm like, how in the world? I honestly can't imagine anymore what it was like going out when we were kids, just playing a game of pickup tackle football in the yard.
Oh.
Just hitting as hard as you could, tackling each other, and you get up and play the next play.
Have you seen the guys? That. There's actually guys on social media that actually that's what they don't play football. They just run at each other and see who knocks the other one down.
Oh, no.
It's so weird.
That
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
As a kid, you'd probably do that.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you're so resilient, your body can absorb it. And I'll tell you, I played in this charity vintage baseball game 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I I'll send you a picture. They put me at second base, and there's I haven't been on a baseball field in probably 30 years, right? And this is Civil War vintage rules,
right.
So there's no gloves. So this ball was coming at me. My hands were black and blue for
trying
about
to catch
2
the ball.
days.
Wow.
For trying to and I'm not catching. I'm batting down these balls. I mean, they're coming at you hard. I mean, it was insane.
Wow, that's some toughness.
But again, that's from going and playing. No, it's not toughness at all. We were talking about playing tackle football and trying to be fun. Now I can't even field a ball, 2 times in a row without being black and blue. Well, that's because you don't
have a glove.
It's true,
you
too.
Probably would have done it as a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I just put up a joke on social media that I said, remember when you were a kid and you could run? You'd be running full force, looking over your shoulder, laughing.
Yeah.
Now I walk into the wall and I know it's there. I'm looking right at the wall and just walk right into it. Yeah. But as a kid, it's like your senses, perception, and everything is so much better.
We don't appreciate it at the time. Do you remember just spinning in circles as fast as you could until you fall down, almost blacking out?
Yeah.
Those are fun times.
Yeah. If I turn my neck real fast, I pass out.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like it used to be. My gosh,
we're old.
Well,
I'm older than you, but it is. So I don't think there's anything other stories that I could share. Just some of the things that we did.
Yeah.
Hopefully some of these triggered memories of the listeners out there that said, I remember this, or I didn't have a bike, but I went over here.
Yeah, my skateboard or my scooter. If this did trigger memory, hit us up on social media or our podcast. Let us know. We love to hear your stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love sharing our stories, but we love hearing other people's stories just as much. We're all about the stories, whether we're telling them or whether we're hearing them. So please share with us as well.
Yeah, I remember one thing is you're right, because I remember when would visit my cousins and they'd live in Alexandria, and I used to see those kids down there. They'd be doing the skateboard behind the car.
Yeah.
Holding onto the bumper. And I thought, man, that's pretty scary. I don't think I'd do that because I could never skateboard. But yeah, whatever the memories were, I think it's so cool when somebody stops me and whatever says, I listened to your podcast. And it reminded me of this. Or you told Jay the last time you guys were together that 40 minutes with him was a lifetime. That actually happened. And I was like, folks, that's a joke. That's a joke. And, he gets it.
Yeah, absolutely. But last thing, do we have trivia for us?
Yeah, we do have trivia.
Okay. Well, the last thing you talked about riding, bumper surfing on the skateboard.
Yes.
We used to do it not on skateboards, but there in Lakeside where I live now. We used to do it when bad inclement weather in the wintertime.
Yeah.
When there's some ice on the roads. And we'd always stop a car and say, hey, can you tell us what time it is? We need to be home by a certain time. And meanwhile, we're sneaking out and we're grabbing onto the bumper in the back. Then we're just riding the ice. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. You got some hills over there, so I don't know if you guys sled ride.
We used
that would be kind of cool.
Back when it was not a lot of traffic and you had
Right.
the people down at the bottoms, holding off, the one car that may drive by every
Right.
hour. Yeah, we couldn't do that today.
Yeah, now people probably like, I got places to be.
Yeah.
Get off the hill.
Different times.
No, but it's that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sliding on the ice.
It was fun.
I remember playing football in the snow.
Yeah, that's always
and
fun,
you would
too.
slide in the snow. Felt like you were like in the NFL.
Yeah, you get tackled and you go like another 15 yards, both of you on the ground.
Usually because your friends were dragging you. Yeah, so let's do some trivia.
All right.
I'm
feeling lucky.
These are they're 5 questions.
Okay.
Not 6, 5.
Okay. Not 4.
No, yeah. And the 5th one, of course, is an all or nothing. What city? Question number 1. What city was Cheers set in?
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite show of all time. Boston, and I've been there.
Okay, I have too.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I shared the story of me getting thrown out of the Cheers bar. It was called the Bull and Finch at the time.
Yeah, you got tossed
90s.
out?
Yeah, I got tossed out.
Did you go downstairs to Gary's Old Town Tavern after that?
No.
What'd you get tossed out for?
No, we don't want to talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, now we have to share it. Come on.
No. Question number 2.
Oh, we're gonna get to the bottom of this next podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not letting this go.
Boston, you are correct. 2. What was the name of the talking car in Knight Rider?
Kit.
Oh,
Come on. No, my second favorite show of all time.
Okay.
Was it Knight Industries 2000? That's what it stood for?
Uh-huh. And the voice, I don't remember who the voice was now.
It was a guy from St. Elsewhere.
Yes.
I can't think of his name
He
now.
was never on camera.
No.
Because he was in
Why
the
would
car.
he be? Cool.
Not like Charlie's Angels, where Charlie would occasionally be on camera. A very vague
It was like the
cameo.
back of his head or
back
something,
of his
right?
head or something, right. Number 3. Which 80s sitcom featured the catchphrase, "What you talking about, Willis?"
Oh, Different Strokes.
Oh, see, I don't even have. I was like,
Gary, I don't
Punky
need
Brewster,
multiple choice.
Different Strokes, Family Ties, Webster.
No, all great shows.
Yeah.
But no, this was Different Strokes.
Different
One of the
Strokes.
best theme songs of all time, too. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. I loved it.
Well, between your singing and my singing.
Yeah, oh yeah. People are tuning out left and right.
So number 4, who played the role of Alex P. Keaton in Family Ties?
Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
This is. I don't want to go all in this one. I'm batting I got a perfect game going
you
here.
should get this. This is number 5, all
Okay.
or nothing.
All in.
All right, this is a little harder, but you should get this.
Okay.
Which theme song goes with this 80s TV show? The Golden Girls. This is the show.
Okay.
You're My Best Friend.
Oh, thank you for being a friend.
Oh, see?
Oh, yeah.
That was B. Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again.
It's another great show.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they just don't make them like that anymore.
No. I do remember watching it. It wasn't one that I, regularly watched.
Yeah.
But it was kind of that and Maude.
I never got into Maude.
Wasn't that a spinoff of Golden Girls?
No. It was B. Arthur.
Oh, B.
Right?
Arthur, yeah.
But it wasn't.
Okay.
No.
And a lot of good shit. Golden Days. These are made up. And
I was
actually,
gonna say,
that's a real song. Times move on, but friendship stays. So anyway, it's thank you for being a friend.
Golden Days, we go into another rabbit hole. It just reminded me, remember Golden Grams, the cereal?
Yeah, the cereal.
We talked about those one time.
Yeah,
that was good.
Did they even have that?
I don't think so. It is sad. If you walk down the cereal aisle now, I mean, there's no toys in the boxes anymore. And everything is like high fiber, good for you. I don't know. It's just the mascots aren't there as much anymore. It's sad. I know we did a whole podcast on this. I'm not trying to relive that, but it's just depressing.
If you want to know how old you are, just walk down the cereal aisle.
Yeah.
They all have it all lined up. It's like, here's the good stuff.
It's almost as you get older. Here's all the
brand
kids
cereals,
stuff, and now here's the fiber and brand that you old folks need.
Yeah, and you're right. Because when we go to the grocery store, the first place I used to hit as a kid, I still do it today. I got to go down the cereal aisle.
Yeah. I still look occasionally if they're still at 53 years old. If there's any box that's offering any kind of a toy, I'm buying that box. I'm 53. I'm buying that box. I'm a sucker for cereal toys.
Right, but there isn't any.
No.
So you're safe, or they're safe.
I know.
Remember they used to
cereal
put all
people
kinds of
that are listening. If you're listening to this, put your toys back in. I'll buy it every single time.
Yeah,
I promise
put a toy
you.
in it. Put those records on the back of the box.
Just give us something.
Yeah, people still have record players.
Yeah,
and we play those things because we did a whole podcast. I remember getting a little Mustang, probably the year that you have.
Yeah,
you're real. And I would play with that thing on the floor, and I think I broke it within like 3 days because I'm making it go brr, brr on the floor.
Then you have to go buy another box of cereal and get another one, right?
I don't think I was that smart.
Oh,
yeah. Here's some brand.
Yeah, now it's like, you want brand or fiber?
Right.
It's sad.
Yeah, come on, cereal people. Kellogg's, Post.
Yeah.
You guys.
There's only two players, right? Kellogg, Post.
Yeah, Kellogg's, Post. I don't know.
Yeah, get this right. We're not asking for the world. Just throw a toy
serious.
back in now and then. Especially, this fall, you got the fun Halloween themed stuff. Just give us something. Give us something.
Here's a mailing address. P.O. Box 1432. Send 3 box tops to. Remember you do that stuff.
Send you box tops. Then it'll take like 6 to 8 weeks, and you get something in the mail.
Yeah. Now they do those. We're waiting. So now they do those credits. I don't know what you call them. They cut them out of the top, and the kids take them to school and get some kind of credit.
I don't even know this.
Do they really get credit? I don't know what they.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway, come on.
So, any ideas what our topic is going to be for our Sweet 16 episode?
I don't know. Maybe it's prom dances.
Ooh, that's a good.
That'd be Sweet 16.
I feel like you've had that locked and loaded. You just come up with that on the fly.
Yeah.
Really?
You said Sweet 16, so I was like, well, that we wouldn't have been. Yeah, that'd been prom.
How many proms do you go to?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, and my prom.
You weren't cool enough to score a date your junior year?
Well, it was kind of funny when. Now I went to 9th grade dance.
Right.
And I did the 9th grade shuffle. You know that one step back.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, air guitar.
Yeah.
Always got to do the air guitar, stuff like that. I think I didn't do 10th grade. I did go to.
You were allowed to go to prom when I did it. Prom was only for juniors and seniors.
We had like homecoming.
Oh, so we're just talking dances, school dances, not prom. Okay.
We didn't have 9th grade prom. We just had 9th grade dance.
Okay.
And then my senior prom, of course, juniors weren't allowed to go to the senior prom.
Really?
Right?
No. The junior class planned the senior prom, but juniors and seniors were both allowed in. Sophomores and freshmen were not allowed.
Oh, see, I don't remember that. I do remember when I was a junior that we helped decorate the basketball, arena.
Okay. Court?
Yeah, the court. Thank you. Gymnasium.
First you didn't know what nights were, and now you can't think of a gym.
Seriously, get me back to the home. It's not 9:00 yet.
But
we weren't allowed to go.
That's weird.
I don't remember.
You did all the work for them and then couldn't even show up?
Yeah. So one of my school buddies out there, you have to refresh my memory because I'm like the worst as far as that goes.
Yeah, and listeners, hit us up with any of your school dance stories too.
Yeah.
Any of our social media, any of our podcast platforms, hit us up. Let us know some cool stories. We'll perhaps even share them if we get some good ones on here next time as well.
Yeah. So. You have to write them out because I can read them. I can't make them up for you.
We're not going to paraphrase them.
I could. Anyway, folks, hopefully these memories of ours of things we got away with and some things we didn't get away with, spark some memories for you. We appreciate you listening. Jay?
We're out.